Hi, Liz here with Liz's Crafts. I'm just waiting for the notification to come on. And there it is. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started now. What I have is this wooden heart, slat heart from the Dollar Tree that I got this week. And I'm just going to take the hanger off and then we'll put it back on later. So make sure you don't throw it away. We'll just lay that aside, and then what I have is some drop that I dyed with pokeberries. And I got these poke in Georgia at my sister's house. Thank you, Daphne, for that. And use this to dye because they are poison. So I'm gonna Mod Podge these onto my slatted heart. I'm just gonna put some Mod Podge in my lid, and then I'm gonna put a generous amount, because the wood does soak it up, onto each piece of my heart. And I did cut my drop cloth to the width of my slats. Now, I don't think I'll be dyeing anything else with pokeberries anymore because the smell of them just really got to me. They, in my opinion, they have a real nasty smell. Oof. So I'm just going to go through and do this to each slat that's on my heart, and then I'll trim the edges up when I'm done. And like I said, you do want to use a good amount of Mod Podge because these slats will soak it up. And if you just do a thin layer, you're not going to get much adhesion to your material. And I did iron my material before I started using it on this. So we have 2 slats down and 2 more to go. How's the weather where everyone is today? Here it is rainy and cold. It's like 36, 37 degrees. Not my kind of weather. And it is raining. I think we're supposed to get snow, or they said something about it. I don't know. Maybe certain parts of Texas. So I do have the edges of my drop cloth fringed. So all I did was I ripped it down and then I took pieces of it off. And my granddaughter did her first live yesterday. If you didn't get to see that, please go to Liz's Craft page and view that video. I entitled it Granddaughters Live or something like that. I'm not sure. But she did a really good job. She's 5 years old. Wait, let me get the whole edge of it. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over. I have all 4 of the slats with the drop cloth on it, and then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim it up on the ends. Oops, and that one came off, so let's put a little more Mod Podge on here. I think this is going to look super cute. You know, when I dyed this, it looked more reddish than it does right now. But when it dried kind of purplish. But I like it. And if you haven't already joined Liz's Crafts, please do so. And when I go live, if you follow me, you will get notifications of when I go live. And then if you want to request permission to join Liz's Craft Friends, please do so. And what you do is you just search for Liz's Craft Friends. And when you find it, there's 2 questions you need to answer. And once you answer those questions, I'll approve your membership. It is a closed group. And what we do there is we share our ideas and we encourage each other. Okay, I'm going to put some more Mod Podge on this last piece. It doesn't seem to want to stick as well as the other pieces. So maybe I didn't get enough on it to start out with. Okay, we're going to set this aside. Isn't that cute? And we are going to take this yogurt jar. This is from the Yoplait, I think it's Wee or something like that. It's really good yogurt. And I have this styrofoam ball, and I'm just going to square off the bottom of it so that it will, I can glue it onto the bottom of the yogurt cup. So I'm going to use some E6000 and I'm going to use hot glue. Let me get my hot glue out. And then I have a stick. What happened to it? Oh well. So I'm just going to put a little bit of E6000 on here. And then I'm going to put hot glue around the edges. And then I'm going to put it in the bottom of my yogurt cup. So just like that. Where did I put my stick? It was right there. Okay, I need to get another craft stick. You have everything you need and then it disappeared. Okay, so on this here, I'm going to put Mod Podge around it, and then I'm going to put a piece of this dyed dyed drop cloth on it. So I'm just going to go under the lip of it and go all the way down the glass. And then an easy way to do it is to put your fingers in the jar. That way you're not getting the glue on yourself. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my drop cloth, and I'm going to go around a yogurt cup. Just like that. And then I'm going to put some more Mod Podge on top of here to hold this down. And I'm going to flip it upside down, and then I'm going to put Mod Podge on the bottom of my jar. And then I'm going to start working the drop cloth onto the bottom. And there will be like little pleats on there, and that's fine. Okay, so this is what we have for the bottom. Now I'm just gonna press this down a little bit. I think we're done with the Mod Podge. And then I'm going to wrap this jute around the top, and then I'm going to tie a bow to the front of the jar. So I want to leave probably about this much of the string hanging on the front, and then I'm just going to wrap this around it. So I did 7 wraps, and I did overlap like a couple of the wraps. So now I cut this much off, and I'm going to tie a bow. So just like this. Now what I'm going to do is take one of these blocks, and this is, shoot, I didn't get that bow in the front, did I? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I wish I had it, but it will. Get some of this glue. It's E6000, and I'm gonna put it on here to hold this down. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hot glue and a little bit of E6000 on this. This is one of those tumbling tower blocks. And I'm going to glue it right to the back of this, the jar. Put some E6000 on it and some hot glue. And I'm going to put it on the opposite side of my my bow. So I have it just like this. Now we're going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my water. And now I'm going to use my stencils. So the stencils we're using today is from LizYonke.MagnoliaDesignCo.com. And we are using the Scrabble tile stencils. And I've chosen the letters L, O, V, and E. I'm going to put one on each slat. And I'll be using the Brilliant White chalk paste. I put links to both of these, the stencil and the chalk paste, on in the description, and when I get off, I'll also put them in the comments. So I don't have to fuzz the stencil because we're putting it on material. So I have my squeegee here that's been cut apart, and then I have my chalk paste, and I'm just going over the screen, and I don't want the number on there, I just want the letter. So we're just using the alphabet. And I'm putting my stencil face down in some regular cool water so that the chalk paste will not clog up the screen. So there's our L. Now I'm not going to make these straight across. I'm going to kind of go down and up. I just think that'll look a little better. But you could do it however, whatever way you want to do it. I am trying to center this onto the slat. Again, I'm just pushing it through the screen on my stencil. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. So that's what I have, and then there it is. That's my O. Again, I'm going to put this stick face down in the water, and when I get off of here, I will clean my stencil. And as long as you take good care of your stencils, you can use them over and over and over. And even though you think they might be expensive to start out with, as many times as you can use them, they pay for themselves. It just makes your projects look so much better. See? Isn't that nice? That is so nice. And then I have my E. And we will probably be using these stencils again tomorrow in my live. I'm thinking about doing a banner. Be My Valentine banner. And I will be doing lives Monday through Friday. And I will be on tomorrow if nothing happens. And I'll do my lives at 12:30 if at all possible. Each time. Okay, so this is the last one. Isn't that nice? Now again, I will wash my stencils when I get off of here. I have a stencil cleaner sponge and I'll go over them and the chalk paste comes off really well. Now one thing I want to do is find the holes because we're going to put our holder back on. So I want to punch a hole in my material so that I know where and can get my hanger through it. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. These have these plastic or metal plastic ends on them. So you take it from the front, push it through the hole, if you can get it. Okay, it's a little difficult because of the material. And then once you get it through, you just pull it to where that's tight on the back. And now do the same thing to the other side. You know what? It looks like I messed up my E. Let me dry this first. You should always wait until your stencils are dry before you start messing with your piece that you stenciled on. That way you don't mess it up. I think it's okay on this because it just makes it look older. Like the variations in the dye on the material. So I kind of like it that way. Now let's try to get this end back in here. It doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, here it comes. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Now we're not done. Ooh, I see Daphne's watching. Hi, Daphne. I'm using the drop cloth that I dyed with your, let's see, I wrote it down. With your pokeberries. So thank you for the pokeberries. Although I don't recommend doing it again. I won't because the stench, ugh, that made me sick. Anyway, so we have our yogurt jar that we put the drop cloth on. We wrapped it in some jute, made a bow. We put this tumbling tower block on it, and now we're going to put that onto the pointy end, bottom end of the heart. So I'm going to use both the E6000 and the hot glue on this. I'm just going to put a strip of E6000 and then put hot glue on either side, and then the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to put that right on my heart. I'm going to hold it here for a few seconds. Hopefully everything will turn out okay. And what I'll do when I'm finished is I'll hang it on the wall, take a picture of it, put it on Liz's craft page, and then also put it on Liz's Craft Friends. So the next thing we have is one of these that I cut apart that's in the purple. It came from Hobby Lobby years ago. It was $4.99. I think they still have these there, and you in the flower section, and it's usually 50% off most times. And then I just cut it into pieces. The wire is pretty thick, so you have to bend it back and forth for it to break apart. So I'm just going to put these into, and this is what we have so far. I'm going to put these into the styrofoam ball that we put in there. Okay, I'm going to have to pick this up. Just think this is going to turn cute. And then I'll hang it in my living room. Just have one more left. Put that right here in front. Okay. There we go. So this is what we have. I think this is cute. So I'll have to wait for this to dry a little bit before I up and take a picture of it. But I think it turned out really well. These here complement my pokeberry dyed cloth, and I like it. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts if you like it too. I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. Well, if I can. Right. So I will be back here tomorrow at 12:30 Central Time, and I hope to see you all back here. And if you like what you see here, please feel free to do this. And if you're watching the replay, just type in replay or hashtag replay, or you know, just let me know that you're watching it. I would appreciate it. So until tomorrow, keep crafting. Bye.